Joaquín Dueñas Gallegos, singing that international hit, 50%.
Told me that old story. outside Holy Cross each day. Innocent students and staff are being held hostage by the geese of the school parking lot every morning.
Mr. Rollins, help!
But you can help by donating a small amount on our website, www.geesbegone.com. Today, we can move one step closer into a peaceful paradise. You too can help save a freshly washed car.
Oh no! Not on my car!
By donating in the next 5 minutes, you can receive a free Peace Be Gone sticker and complimentary pictures of a goose being removed from the Holy Cross campus.
Say geese!
Geese.
A small donation goes a long way to advance the cause of endless geese sports. Without your small donation, the Holy Cross community remains helpless. Donate today. Just remember, this voice, do not attempt to approach the geese outside the school as they are vicious. Also, as well as devices. Do not do financial donation to the Just as important. While the website is good, the geese problem outside is very real. Donate today. And now for Act 1 of The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street.
There is a fifth dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fear and the summit of his knowledge. This is a dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone. Welcome to Maple Street, USA, late summer, a tree-lined little world of front porch lighters, hopscotch, the laughter of children, and the bell of an ice cream vendor.
Mommy, can I get some ice cream?
Me too.
At the sound of the roar and the flash of light, it will be precisely 6:43 p.m. on Maple Street.
What was that? A meteor?
That's what it looked like. I didn't hear any crash though. Did you?
Nope, I didn't hear anything except a roar.
Steve, what was that?
Guess it was a meteor, honey. Came awfully close, didn't it?
Too close for my money. Much too close.
Maple Street, 6:44 p.m. on a late April evening. Maple Street in the last calm and reflective moments before the monsters came.
That's strange. The lights won't work.
Operator! Something's wrong on the phone. Operator! Steve, the power's off. I had soup on the stove and the stove just stopped working.
Same
to be dead.
Radio's gone dead.
Hey, the lights are
Nothing's working. My power module is not working at all.
Mr. Van Horn, why don't you go down and check on Floor Street?
Doesn't make sense. Why should the power go off all of a sudden? And the phone line?
Maybe some sort of an electrical storm or something.
That don't seem likely. Sky's just as blue as anything. Not a cloud, no lightning, no thunder, no nothing. How can it be a storm?
Can't get a thing on the radio, not even the portable.
Well, why don't we go downtown and check with the police? Though, they'll probably think we're crazy or something. A little power failure, and right away, we get all flustered and everything.
It isn't just a power failure, Sherry. If it was, we'd still be able to get a broadcast on the portable. That runs on batteries. I'm going to jump in my car and ride downtown. We'll get this straightened out. I don't understand it. My car won't start.
Out of gas?
No, I just had it filled.
What's it mean?
It's just as if everything had stopped. We'd better walk downtown.
The two of us can go, Sherry. It couldn't be the meteor. A meteor couldn't do this.
Mr. Brand, you better not.
Well, why not, Tommy?
Well, they don't want you to.
Who does it want us to?
Them.
Them?
Who are them? Whoever was in that thing that flew by overhead.
What?
Whoever was in the thing that came over. I don't think they want us to leave here.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
They don't want us to leave. That's why they shut everything off.
What makes you say that? Whatever gave you that idea?
Now, isn't this the craziest thing you've ever heard?
It's always that way. In every story I've ever read about a ship landing from outer space.
From outer space. Yet, Sally, you better get that kid of yours up to bed. He's been reading too many comic books or seeing too many movies.
Tommy, come over here and stop that kind of talk.
Tommy, you can go ahead. We'll get this sorted out. That wasn't any ship or anything like it. That was just a meteor. It probably, no doubt, it had something to do with the power failure and the rest of it. Meteors can do some crazy things, like sunspots.
Sure, that's the kind of thing like sunspots. They mess with radio reception all over the world. And these things being so close, why there's no telling the sort of stuff it can do. Go ahead, Sherry. You and Steve go into town and see if that isn't what's causing it all.
Mr. Brand, wait, please. Please don't leave here. You might not even be able to get to town. It was that way in the story. Nobody could leave. Nobody except...
Except who?
Well, except the people they'd sent down ahead of them. They looked just like humans, and it wasn't until the ship landed
Tommy,
that...
please, son, honey, don't talk that way.
That kid shouldn't talk that way, and we should be standing here listening to him. Well, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard of. The kid tells us a comic book plot, and here we stand listening.
Wait a minute. Go ahead, Tommy. What kind of story was this? What about the people they sent out ahead?
Well, that was the way they prepared things for the landing. They sent 4 people. A mother, and a father, and 2 kids who looked just like humans. But they weren't.
Tommy. Well, I guess what we better do is run a check on the neighborhood and see which ones of us are really human.
Well, there must be something better we can do than stand around here making bum jokes about it. I wonder if Floral Street's got the same deal we got. And where is Pete Van Horn anyway? Didn't he get back yet?
Can you get it started, Les?
No dice. I'm just gonna leave it.
He got the car started somehow. He got his car started.
How come his car just up and started like that?
All by itself. He wasn't anywhere near it. It started all by itself.
And he never did come out to look at that thing that flew overhead. He wasn't even interested. Why? Why didn't he come out with the rest of us to look?
He always was an oddball. A real freak show. Him and his whole family.
Let's get over there and ask him.
Wait a minute. Let's not be a mob.
I just don't understand it. I tried to start it and it wouldn't start. You saw me. All of you saw me. I don't understand. I swear, I don't understand what's happening.
Maybe you better tell us. Nothing's working on the street. Nothing. No lights, no power, no radio. Nothing except one car. Yours.
Wait a minute now. You stop right there. You keep your distance, all of you. Well, I've got a car that starts by itself. Well, that's a freak thing. I admit it. But does that make me some kind of criminal or something? I don't know why the car works. It just does.
We're all on a monster kick, Les. It seems the general impression holds that maybe one family isn't what we think they are. Monsters from outer space, different than us. Little green men who fly over here in spacecrafts. Do you know anybody that might fit that description around here on Maple Street?
What is this? A gag or something? This a practical joke or something?
Look, everybody, his porch light went out.
Now, I suppose that's supposed to incriminate me. I'm guilty. The porch light goes out. That really does it, doesn't it? I just don't understand this. Look, you all know me. We've lived here for 5 years, right in that house. We're no different than any of the rest of you. We're no different at all, really. This whole thing is just weird.
Well, if that's the case, Les Goodman, then you better
Explain what?
Look, guys, let's just forget this.
Go ahead. Let her talk. What about it? Explain what?
Well, sometimes I go to bed late at night. A couple of times, I come out on my porch and I see Mr. Goodman here in the wee hours of the morning, standing in front of his house, looking up at the sky. That's right, just looking up at the sky, as if he were looking for something, as if he were waiting for something.
You know, really, this is for laughs. You know what I'm guilty of? I'm guilty of not being able to sleep. Yeah, that's right, insomnia. Now, what's the penalty for insomnia? Wait, stop right there! Did you hear what I said? I said it was insomnia. I said it was insomnia! You fools, you scared, frightened rabbits, you're sick people. All of you, you're sick people. And you don't even know you're starting because, let me tell you, this thing you're starting, that should frighten you. As God is my witness, you're letting something begin here that's a nightmare.
And now we have a word from our sponsor, a very healthy sponsor.
I have had the most stressful day. Constant rehearsals for this Twilight Zone. And now I've run out of cigarettes. Here, try one of mine. Oh, thank you. Cigarette, finally. Oh, it's not any cigarette. It's a Cancerette cigarette. Oh, I've heard of these. Are they really as good as people say? You betcha. It's got twice the chemicals than the leading cigarettes, and it's half the price. No filter, just try it. Okay, then. Oh. Oh, they really are great. And I just love that chemical taste. A little bit with every puff. And that sizzling in my lungs. It's literally breathtaking. Yeah, they're awesome. Cancerette cigarettes. Oh, the burn you've been waiting for. You've had a stressful work day? Take a puff. You got monsters in your neighborhood? Blow some smoke. And don't miss out on our coupons on the back. All coupons are a discount towards your discount at the funeral home. For a quick trip to the graveyard, Cancerettes are your brand. They're great! Cancerette cigarettes. The fiery taste. More for your money. Don't let the burn go to waste. Oh, yeah. They really are awesome.
And now for Act 2 of The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street.
It just doesn't seem right, though, keeping watch on Les and Ethel Goodman. Why, Les, he was right when he said he was one of our neighbors. Why, I've known Ethel Goodman ever since they moved in. We've been good friends.
That don't prove a thing. Any guy who'd spend his time that early in the morning looking up at the sky? Well, there's something wrong with that kind of person. There's something that ain't legitimate. Now, maybe under normal circumstances, we could let this go by. But these aren't normal circumstances. Why, look at this street. It is dark. Nothing but candles. Why, it's like going back into the Dark Ages or something.
Just stay right where you are, Steve. You don't want any trouble. But this time, if anybody sets foot on my porch, that's what they're gonna get. Trouble.
Look, Les,
I've
all you
already
need to...
explained to you people. I don't sleep very well at night sometimes. I get up and I take a walk and I look up at the sky. I look up at the stars.
That's exactly what he does. Why, this whole thing is some kind of madness or something.
That's exactly what it is, Ethel. Some kind of madness.
You best watch who you're seen with, Steve. Until we get this all straightened out, you ain't exactly above suspicion yourself.
Or you, Sherry, or any of us. Seems we're age 8 on up.
What I'd like to know is, what are we gonna do? Just stand around here all night?
There's nothing else we can do. One of them will tip their hand. They've got to.
There's actually something you can do, Sherry. You could go home and shut up. You could quit strutting around like a self-appointed hanging judge and just climb into bed and forget it.
Well, you sound real anxious to have that happen, Steve. I think we better keep our eye out on you, too.
I think everything might as well come out now. Your wife's done plenty of talking, Steve, about how odd you are.
Go ahead. Tell us what she said.
Go ahead. What's my wife said? Let's get it all out. Let's pick out every little quirk of every single man, woman, and child on this street. And then we might as well set up some kind of kangaroo court. How about a firing squad at dawn, Sherry? That way we can narrow down all the suspects, get them all together, and make your life easier.
There's no need to get so upset, Steve. It's just that, well, Myers talked about how there's been plenty of nights you spent hours down in your basement, working on some kind of radio or something. Well, none of us have ever seen that radio set of yours.
Go ahead, Steve. What kind of radio set are you working on? I've never seen it. Neither has anyone else. Who do you talk to on this radio set? And who talks to you?
I'm surprised at you, Sherry. How come you become so dumb all of a sudden? Who do I talk to? I talk to green men. I talk to monsters who fly over here in what looks like meteorites.
Steve, please.
It's just a ham radio set, that's all. I bought him a book on it myself. It's just a ham radio set. A lot of people have it. I can show it to you. It's right down in the basement.
Myra, show them nothing. If they want to look inside our house, they'll look at a search warrant.
Look, buddy, you can't afford to be a boy.
Sherry, don't you tell me what I can and can't afford. And stop telling me who's safe and who isn't and who's dangerous and who's a menace. And you're with them too. All of you. You're all standing here, all set to crucify, all set to point some kind of finger at some neighbor. But listen here, friends. The only thing that's going to end up happening here is we'll all end up eating each other alive.
That's not the only thing that can happen to us.
Oh my God!
Ah! It's the monster! It's the monster!
Henry, my God, you may need this.
A shotgun? Good Lord, will you people think a thought around here? What good would a shotgun do against?
Shut up, Steve. You're gonna talk us into a grave. You'd let whatever is out there walk right over us, wouldn't you? Well, some of us won't.
Oh my God. It's Pete Van Horn!
Pete Van Horn? He was just gonna go over to the next block to see if the power's on.
You killed him, Sherry. You shot him dead.
But I didn't know who he was. I certainly didn't know who he was. He comes walking out of the darkness. How was I supposed to know who he was? Steve, you know why I shot? How was I supposed to know he wasn't a monster or something? Look, we're all scared of the same thing. I was just trying to protect my house. That's all I was trying to do. I swear I didn't know it was somebody we knew. I swear.
Sherry?
What about it, Sherry? How come you're the only one with lights now?
That's what I'd like to know. You were so quick to kill Sherry, and you were so quick to tell us who we had to be careful of. Well, maybe you had to kill. Maybe Peter there was trying to tell us something. Maybe he found out something and came back to tell us who there was amongst us we should watch out for.
No, it's nothing of the sort. I don't know why the lights are on. I swear, I don't. Somebody's pulling a gag or something.
A gag? A gag, Sherry? There's a dead man on the sidewalk. Does this look like a gag to you?
No, please. It's gotta be Sherry. Stop. Look. I swear to you, it isn't me. But I do know who it is. I swear to you. I know who the monster is here. I know which one of us doesn't belong. I swear to you, I know.
Who is it, Sherry? Who is it?
Come on, Sherry, tell us.
All right, Sherry, let's hear it.
It's
Go ahead, Sherry, tell us.
It's the kid! It's Tommy! He's the one!
That's crazy. He's a little boy. But he knew. He was the only one who knew. How could he have known?
How did we know? Make it answer.
It was him too. What about Goodman's car?
It was Sherry who killed old man Horn.
But it was Mr. Goodman's car who turned on. Let's wreck it.
Have you all gone crazy? Stop!
Sherry has to be the one. Where's my gun?
No, Les Goodman's the one. What about Steve's radio? He's the one that called him.
Smash the radio. Give me a hammer. Give me something.
It's
Stop!
Sherry.
Stop!
She's the one.
All of you, get a rest! Stop!
It isn't the kid, it's Bob Weaver's house.
It isn't Bob Weaver's house. It's Don Martin's place.
It's Sherry. She's the one.
Don't!
I told you it's the kid.
Sherry.
And far above in the hills, two observers are patiently watching.
Understand the procedure now? Just stop a few of their machines and radios and telephones and lawnmowers, throw them into darkness for a few hours, then you just sit back and watch.
And this pattern is always the same?
With few variations. They pick the most dangerous enemies they can find, and it's always themselves. And all we need to do is sit back and watch.
Then I take it this place, this Maple Street, is not unique.
By no means. Their world is full of maple streets, and we'll go from one to the other and let them destroy themselves. One to the other, one to the other, one to the other.
The tools of conquest and fear do not necessarily come from bombs and war. They are weapons that are simply thoughts, attitudes, prejudices, found in the minds of ourselves. For the record, prejudices can kill, and suspicion can destroy, and a thoughtless, frightened search for a scapegoat has a fallout all of its own. And the tragedy is, these things are not confined to the twilight zone.
And now, a final word from our sponsors.
Introducing Rinse Floss. Rent your dental floss for 5 years for only $19.99. Share it with your friends, your family, your neighborhood, and your whole community. And if you still need more convincing, here's our spokesperson to tell you more.
Sir, do you spend thousands of dollars a year on dental floss?
No.
Well, then we have a solution for you! Rental floss. Rental floss has many benefits, like saving you money. Listen to this poor mother's testimony.
Me and my family lived in a single moldy box off of Tobacco Road, spending tens and thousands of dollars on dental floss. But with rental floss, we are now able to live in a 12-bedroom house on the beach!
And it can also help you become closer to your community. Listen to this interaction between these two perfect strangers.
Sir, do you mind if I borrow some of your rental floss? I have pencil sprouts stuck in my feet.
Of course.
Oh, this sure does taste good. What did you have for lunch?
A peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
What? I'm allergic to peanuts.
Whoopsie. And how can we forget our endless amount of yummy flavors? Like yogurt, turkey legs, asparagus, broccoli, and many, many more.
Eileen, have you been eating sweets before supper again?
Now, why would you say that, Marty?
Well, I taste pudding on the floss.
Must be Tommy down on Maple Street.
Those kids. And to make this deal even better, this floss will last you for years.
Rental floss, it's perfect for you. It cleans your teeth.
And your families too.
Thank you all for coming, as I said. We have a couple things we're going to get, I think, like a cash shot for this evening, and then they have to put everything back in their prop areas and get out of their costumes, and then they will be able to come out and you all can take care of the rest of getting them home for the evening. Okay. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you. So, we need some like here, and maybe some like down here, maybe.
Oh, picture.
Take pictures while we're doing this too, if you want.
Right, anything you want on this you can do. I'll just stand like here, so we got, that's why we can be on the far ends, and make sure we have Lizette. Are we in here? Oh, we are. I was wondering.
Why am I smiling? I'm wearing a mask.
I really don't know.
It's a thought that counts.
Oh.
I think I'm stuck.
Get them all? Were you able to see us? Some of us are really cool.
No, like there's a few more.
Oh, you look groovy.
50 style.
Thank you all. Why don't we stop up the house and Guys, take all your props and put them wherever the some of these can stay down.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
And then we're gonna.
No, I'll grab it. I gotta
you
put
can
it.
have your costumes, and then we'll have a few
My bed.
notes.
Should I look good? Actual round.
We fired them. Yeah, we fired them. The first shoe, I missed it up. But the third wasn't.
Yeah, I needed to check the spot secure, and then I forgot what you wanted to say. I gotta figure that out over me.
That's not good.
I was frantic. Do you know her? Oh, isn't she nice? Oh, goody gumdrops. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your support. Get out.
Make sure everybody gets their geese mask.
Up here while I'm just changing.
Yes, save your geese mask.
Sarah comes back out. I need to light her.
I'll come out to the car.
Yes, we need, there's a few things. Sarah,